Last slide. This is a tricky one. It feels like the question is just so obvious. Like when we talk about proliferation, what we always mean is we mean non-proliferation. The United States does not want other states to get nuclear weapons. But let me just throw this out here at you. Should we promote proliferation? In other words, should we encourage other states to get nuclear weapons? And here's the argument that goes on behind this. You might have read it a little bit in there, but also you saw it. Kenneth Waltz makes this argument. But realists, let's talk about realism for a second here. Realism makes this argument about the Cold War. The whole reason we didn't have war during the Cold War was because of mutually assured destruction. If the United States would have attacked Russia or Soviet Union would have fired missiles back and everybody would have been dead. And because everybody would have died, neither the United States or the Soviet Union thought it was a good idea to ever go to war with each other. It actually turned out to be, again, from the perspective of the realists, it turned out to be a long peace. So here's the argument from the realists. Not all realists are going to make this argument, but a realist could make this argument pretty easily. If everybody had nuclear weapons, then everybody would have mutually assured destruction. And then what would happen is no more war. That's the idea here. So Kenneth Waltz made that argument. If every state has a nuke, no state will attack any other. World peace. So I don't really know what more to say about that other than to throw the other side of the argument out here and just let you think about which side you land on. I should also add, he is a realist. This is a realist argument. Not all realists, in fact, not many realists would make that argument. And here's the problem. Scott Sagan is the guy who's going to sort of point out the problems. This was a famous debate in the 1990s about this. This is why I bring up Waltz and Sagan. So what are the problems with this? The problems he's going to point out are, number one, all leaders have to act rationally from now on. If you get Dr. Evil in charge of a country, or just somebody who's just a little bit, hasn't been taking their meds or something like that, this whole system breaks down. So that's one thing. Second thing is, if there's more nukes, there's more chance that a non-state actor gets one. So Al-Qaeda, Dr. Evil, whoever, if there's more nukes in the world, it's harder to keep tabs on all those nukes, and somebody that we don't want to get their hands on a nuke might get their hands on a nuke. Another argument that he makes, and that's a very clear argument, is accidents happen. If you look at the Cold War history between the U.S. and the Soviet Union, we didn't fight a nuclear war, but there were a number of times where it was pretty close because of accidents. Something happened, something was misperceived, some reading on a computer screen somewhere said an attack's happening when really it wasn't, it was just a malfunction. So while this makes sense on paper, we don't live on paper, is what Scott Sagan says, and that would be a very, very bad situation. So who's right, Waltz or Sagan? I will leave that for another day. So the only thing you have left to do is your reflection, and that's it. I hope the first week went well. Please let me know if it's not going well and what else we can do. That's it. See you later.